His name was Shaz. At 50, he still worked odd jobs. He was overweight. He was not very sharp. He had congenital dyslexia. People often took advantage of him. He worked 10 hours. The employer only paid him for 8. At school, he could not answer the teacher's questions. He was mocked as a fool. It had been like this all his life. What hurt him most was his mother. She always scolded him. When he spilled milk, she yelled at him in public, saying she had suffered 10 hours of pain on the operating table, only to give birth to a fat pig who only knew how to eat. He grew up in deep inferiority. Even at 50, his mother saw no merit in him. Every afternoon, he went to the park to ease his mind. That day, he was counting pigeons. An old lady asked why he counted them. Shaz shared his joy, saying he wanted to check if all his pigeon friends were there. The lady said her name was Margaret, with 2 T's at the end. Her illiterate father had misspelled it on her birth certificate, but it did not stop her from being the product of her parents' love. Shaz argued that some people were not born of love, but were mistakes. As his mother grew old, her temper grew worse. When Shaz brought her vegetables, she ignored them and stole from his garden instead. At noon, he met Margaret again in the park. They talked like long-lost friends. Margaret shared a passage she read in a book. She said with emotion, "From birth, our lives are tied to promises that cannot be kept. After a mother's love, the arms of other women are only comfort. One day, we all return to our mother's grave, howling like abandoned dogs." Her words, full of depth, immersed Shaz despite his dyslexia. The once obscure text came alive in her gentle voice. He closed his eyes. A vivid picture filled his mind. He felt its beauty. That night, he passed his mother's house. The light was still on. He went to check, muttering complaints. But he found that the woman he hated most, the one who cared least for him, had quietly passed away. Sadness and helplessness overwhelmed him. He held her cold body. Memories came back without control. Her strength went alone. Her protection when he was a child. Only in loss did he notice them. A lawyer told him his mother left him the house. She had bought it with years of overtime in a factory. The lawyer gave him a metal box. Inside were things she had kept from his childhood: clothes, a pacifier, a dried umbilical cord, and a faded photo of his parents. He remembered Margaret's word: if a child did not receive enough love in childhood, then all the love still waits for him to discover. His mother had been abandoned. She raised him alone. Her temper was only a mask for her fragility. She had always loved him deep